My name is Jamie King. I am the author of Piccolo Times Two. We are currently in the process of looking for a publisher for this story. This story is dedicated with love to JJ and Victoria. May they grow to always work through their differences. The crowded barnyard is aflutter with excitement. All the animals huddle closely together around Greta's nest, waiting for the great event. Within a cradle of downy feathers and straw lies a huge, shiny egg. Gabriel is just outside the barn doors. Like any expectant father, he waddles back and forth, nervously awaiting the new arrival. "Oh, Greta!" exclaims the barnyard lamb. "It's been such a long time since we have had a baby around the farm." All at once, the resting egg shakes and cracks slightly, revealing a tiny black beak. The baby bird keeps pecking at the shell repeatedly until, to everyone's surprise, the egg breaks open, exposing not one, but two fluffy little baby swans. Everyone cheers. "Twins!" "What will you call the twins, Greta?" "Piccolo," she proudly announces. "I am going to call them Piccolo." "Both of them?" asks the barnyard cow. "Of course," replies Greta. "Twin baby swans should have twin names." "But how will we know who is who?" asks the painted horse. "No one will be able to tell them apart." The newborns tumble out of their nest and waddle around, looking at all there is to see. Wham! The barn door slams. One baby swan flaps his wings in a flurry, while the other runs in circles. "Look at him run!" shouts the pig. "But where are his wings?" Everyone stares. They all look at each other and whisper, "Oh my, what will a baby swan without wings ever do?" That summer, the baby swans grow up together and become known as Piccolo and Piccolo Two. They are loved by all the animals, and each farm animal teaches the baby swan a valuable skill. The dairy cow shows them the best grass to eat. The clever pig shows them how to pick corn off the cob. The great painted horse shows them how to run like the wind. Greta, Gabriel, and the brothers spend many hours at the pond. They are excellent students. Piccolo loves to swim and dive for rocks on the pond bottom. Piccolo, too, gets flying lessons. He and Greta lift off into the wind, sail high in the sky, and touch down on the pond feet first, like water skiers. She shows both brothers how to swim fast and hide in the tall reeds to escape hungry predators. After swimming lessons, Greta sends Piccolo for on-the-job training from Gabriel and the other barnyard animals. By autumn's end, the twins grow into strong young swans. Piccolo, too, is now an expert flyer, so Greta prepares for the long flight south. Piccolo will not be able to join them on their journey. Greta hopes that he can survive the harsh winter ahead. With a tear in her eye and sadness in her heart, she gives him a hug. "I'm going to miss you, my son," she says. "I'll see you all in the spring," Piccolo replies. He watches as his family becomes smaller and smaller, fading away into the billowy clouds. Now Piccolo feels very, very alone. Piccolo works hard during the last warm days of Indian summer. He and the pigs harvest fallen apples to eat during the long winter months. He helps the chickens gather the fallen leaves to make warm nests. He runs faster and faster beside the great painted horse. Most of all, he makes the farmer laugh by sitting on chicken eggs. Then Piccolo tries to milk the barnyard cow. The farmer laughs the loudest when Piccolo rolls in the mud with the pig and comes out looking like a chocolate Easter bunny. As the cool fall nights slip into short winter days, the barn becomes colder and colder. Piccolo shivers in his nest. The farmer sees him fluff up his feathers for warmth and thinks, "I like that swan. He's worked hard." The farmer gently cradles Piccolo in his arms and carries him into the farmhouse. One day, Piccolo is busy in the kitchen splitting pea pods and removing corn kernels from the cob. Suddenly, he hears distant yelps from the farmer's new border collie pup. The wild sounds are coming from the freshly frozen pond. Quickly, Piccolo jumps off the table and hops outside, honking loudly to alert the farmer. "I must do something. Oh, if only I had wings," thinks Piccolo. He runs with the heart of the great painted horse. Piccolo races down the hill and hits the pond at full speed, sliding over the ice like a skater. The terrified puppy desperately claws at the breaking ice, only to sink below the icy water. Piccolo dives into the puppy, clamps his beak onto the puppy's collar, and furiously paddles up to the surface and back to shore. The shivering border collie shakes off his soaked coat, licks Piccolo's beak, and gives a loud bow wow wow of thanks. The farmer sees this amazing rescue and shouts, "Well done, Piccolo, well done." The farmer decides to let Piccolo and the border collie live together in the farmhouse. Spring returns along with the scent of blossoms and fresh grass. The pond water flows clearly. The puppy has grown, and so has the friendship between the dog and the swan. Now it's time for Piccolo to teach all he has learned about swimming to his best friend. As Piccolo paddles around the pond, he looks up at the downy clouds and sees 3 birds flying closer and closer. Who could that be, he wonders. Piccolo watches as the swans glide ever so gracefully down onto the water. "Mama! Papa! And Piccolo too!" he shouts, rushing over to greet them. The brothers splash and circle in delight amidst a clatter of honks. Piccolo tells his parents about the exciting rescue, his farmhouse privileges, and then introduces the border collie. "Mother, Dad, I want you to meet my best friend. I'm teaching him how to swim like a swan." "Piccolo," his mother says, "whether you swim or run, you've earned your wings." Whether dog or swan, human or horse, family are those who help us become our very best.